Welcome to Let's Talk Literature. I'm Em,
And I'm Will.
and we're two book lovers who wanted to combine our passions for reading and gossiping and share it with the world.
Whether you're looking for a new book to pick up or a new book friend, you come to the right place.
So grab a coffee
Or a little wine and let's talk literature. I went with an iced latte today. It's the Teddy Graham latte that I've been making.
Ooh.
Honey, cinnamon, brown sugar, and sea salt.
Oh, I love that.
And
that
then
sounds delicious.
I think the color is perfect because I put it in the milk jug first and mixed it before I put it over ice. That has completely changed the game for me when it comes to making a latte. Completely changed the game.
Did you see that on TikTok?
No.
Oh, you just are smart.
I'm just gonna can I just toot my horn for a minute?
Please.
I just thought of it. And I was just like, I think incorporating the syrup into the espresso first needs to be done. And then I was like, why don't we just cool things down by putting some ice in it? Or not ice, I'm sorry. Putting some milk in it and then mixing that up. And then fully shocking it, putting it over the ice. So that was my thought process.
You're a genius. And if nobody's told you, let me be the one.
I appreciate that. I really do. Sometimes it just comes about in certain ways, right? Can't have it all, can't do it all, but sometimes you can do something.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. That's what it's all about, really.
That's what it's all about.
My coffee has a little bit of a weird vibe to it, but it tastes delicious. But I'll tell you why.
Can you explain?
Yeah, I sure will. I've been doing double shot of espresso with,
as you should,
protein milk.
Oh.
Like a protein drink.
Oh,
as
like
the milk.
Like Fairlife?
No, it's not Fairlife. It's I forget. I can insert a picture here, but I used it all summer.
You know what? Keep it close to the chest because they can pay us if they want us to say it.
Okay, no, you're so right.
Like so bad on me for Matt bad on me for jumping in front of the cart, Yeah, no, you're
right. They should pay us.
The cart before the horse. Huh. Me before the cart before the horse.
I never thought about this. Well, so it's a cookie dough flavored protein shake. Okay. Basically just milk with protein in it. I pour that over ice and then I pour a double shot over it. So good. Delicious. I forgot that I used to do that in the summer. And I started doing it again. I love it. And it also, because it has a lot of protein, it's 15 grams of protein or something in it. It keeps me full for a while. Because I feel like every time I wake up and eat breakfast, if I wake up hungry and I eat, my stomach hurts.
Yeah, I have that morning nausea too, babe.
Yeah.
It hurts.
So I'm I'd rather just be full for a little bit and let my body slowly wake up and then eat.
Yeah. You know what? Look at you. What was the saying? We can't do it all. We can't do everything, but sometimes we can do something. Yeah.
And that's truly what it's all about, and I'm doing something.
And you know what? As long as you're doing something, isn't that everything to someone?
Sorry about that. I felt like my chair, I need to get a new chair is what I need to do, and this thing just slides like this the whole time I'm recording. And I'm over it. So
guess what I'm sitting on?
What?
My dining room chair.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have a chair.
Okay, I'm sorry. So I should just shut my mouth.
So just count your blessings,
Okay.
Truly.
I'm grateful to have what I have.
No, you should. Okay. Well, speaking of blessings, I listened back to the last episode. And I just want to come out and say that talked a lot about scripture, and I didn't mean to. It just came within. It just came within, and that's gonna happen, and just not everyone can have everything, but everyone can have something, and my something at that time was scripture. So
it's what you needed.
It's what I needed. The bit was still going at that time, so it just felt right to speak on it. But me today on this beautiful Monday morning, I don't have to talk on it.
Well, you know what? That's fine, but I might.
And you know what? You can, because that could be your something.
It is my something. I have a couple books today that might take just two that are a little bit spiritual in nature.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
I know.
Let's just take a moment. We're here. We have our coffees, and we're about to discuss our March reading wrap up.
Hell yeah. And I felt like we were speaking in riddles, so that was probably a good time to adjust.
To segue. That's what I was trying to find, the tunnel to the segue.
You found it.
And I found it, and I just want to let you guys know that if you're a new listener,
sorry,
just let it be. Let it be. Sometimes it's like this, sometimes it's not. So just
roll with the
punches. Let it be. You know what? Just roll with it.
It's Monday morning. It's 8 a.m. Is that like insanely early? No, but it is early.
No. And you know what? I'm just going to say one last thing, and like, then I'll put it to rest. Okay? Because I think the horse is being beaten right now.
It's dead.
It's going to die because the bit is already kind of on its way out. But I'm just going to tell you that we're here on a Monday morning at 8 a.m. to give you something. It might not be everything, but it might be something.
But it's something for you.
Exactly. Were you singing Claro?
No. All I wanna be, all I ever wanna be is somebody to you.
I don't know that.
Perfect.
You know what's in my head though? We're going up, up, and now I'm golden. And I'm just picturing the people at the Oscars with their pom-poms in the air.
Do you like...
It's like, here, Leonardo DiCaprio, take a glow stick, and I need you to do fist pump it in the air.
And he's like...
And he went like this. Like, come on, man. Come on.
At least give us something. Excited.
Give us something.
Us nothing, Leo. Thank you. Thank you.
Just like, and then you have Emma Stone in the back going like this.
Wait,
shoulders
can we talk
going.
About like another pop culture moment, the Chappell Roan drama where she did you hear about, I forget what celebrity it is, but I want to say it was like a professional soccer player, and his ex-wife or ex-girlfriend, his baby mama, is like I forget who she is, but she's like a well-known actress. So an actress and a soccer player had a baby. Now they're both like remarried. And
it was Chappell Roan?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Also, like, I could be completely wrong in everything I'm saying, so just like take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. Absolutely.
Right.
Regardless, two famous people had a kid. Now they're remarried to other famous people. The dad and the new mom were out to dinner with the daughter, who's like in her like middle school years probably. They saw Chappell Roan at the restaurant, and the daughter loves her. Didn't want to say hi, but was like, can I walk by the table and smile? Or like, can I like wave? And they were like, yeah, absolutely. So she went. She walked by and waved. She didn't say hi because she like didn't want to like bother her while she was eating. But she like waved and walked by and then went back to her seat. And Chappell sent a security guard over and said that she felt harassed and that it was like too much. Like she was being harassed while she was eating dinner, whatever. And it like got out that it was a celebrity's daughter. So now everyone's like, wow, like she's regretting that because she like stands so hard on that. Like, I'm not a person, like I'm not just a celebrity, I'm a human. But now that she did it to like a celebrity's daughter, everyone's like, what the fuck? I think she's so dramatic for that.
I did not hear this. Like, okay, like, do I understand the angle of like, I want my privacy?
Sure.
Like, sure, I get it completely. But you are a celebrity. And celebrity culture. Yeah, exactly. Celebrity culture is not going to be cut and dry, black and white. Like, you're just going to have to deal with some things. And that's kind of the like thing you have to accept when you're getting traction. That it's like, okay, I kind of put myself here.
Yes.
And like, this is what comes with it.
I think that
Like,
it's fine to like I think it's more than fine. I think it's good that she like makes sure that everybody's respectful to her, like
yeah, places
paparazzi and stuff.
boundaries.
I get that,
100%.
and I think that that's great. I think that if you're going to be a public figure and you're going to accept paparazzi taking pictures of you at some places, you can't be like, you're harassing me at others. Like, I think that
Yeah.
that's a little bit crazy. And I saw somebody saying, like, if she really wanted privacy, she could have pulled a Sia.
What was that?
You know, Sia?
Yeah, I know Sia.
How she,
Oh,
like,
just like, oh, completely
covered
just
her
hides
face.
herself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
for, like, the first, like, 15 years of Sia's fame, like, you wouldn't know who she was if she had her.
Yeah.
You know?
That's like Marshmallow.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, if you were really
what?
that
Like,
concerned about your privacy.
then maybe you would have put something in place.
Yeah.
Like, isn't it crazy that like when we walk down the street and we just get bombarded with paparazzi and it's just like, let's
Every
talk
time.
literature, let's talk
Every
literature.
time.
We're just like, guys, we get it. Like this is what comes with this. Like,
We're at the local Chili's. Like, let me enjoy my triple dipper in private.
Seriously, then you got people taking a picture from the outside window going, you got that in the triple dipper?
Yeah.
Fatty.
Banging on the
and
window.
I'm like, guys, let me eat my chicken crispers
It was
in
like
peace.
there was like a 45-minute wait because everybody wanted to get inside to see us. It was crazy.
It actually turned into a Q&A meet and greet, and we actually got to sign people's chili placemats with crayon. It was beautiful.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
It was so fun. It was so fun.
But
yeah, like
time
we know,
and place.
like we know that that's gonna happen, right? Like
we get in front of this camera every week because
exactly.
we accept that we're famous.
You have to have an agreement with, I guess, like within
with
that,
God.
Like, you know what? I wasn't gonna say it.
I did.
It, and you did. And you know what? You said you were going to.
And here I am.
Okay. Welcome to Let's Talk Literature podcast. We will be discussing our March reading wrap up. As always, for these episodes, we are recording this on the 23rd of March. What does that sound like, Em? That sounds like we're recording a week early.
Yeah.
From the end of the month.
That's what it sounds like.
There will be books, at least on my end, I believe.
Me too.
That I will be adding to this list by the end of the month. So if you want to see a full, all-encompassing reading wrap-up for the month of March, be sure to check out our personal socials as well, which are always linked in the description box below. And as we're plugging some stuff, if you missed it, last week we discussed My Husband's Wife by Alice Feeney, which was our March book club pick. We put out the poll, which you guys, if you haven't voted already, you missed out. Because our official selection for April will be Lost Lambs by Madeline Cash. Yes. I know, that was the one me and M wanted to be picked.
You guys understood the assignment.
But yeah, so that's our pick for April. So if you haven't joined our book club yet, what are you doing? It's so much fun. We have 1.2 thousand members now, and it's just growing and growing and growing, and we want you to be a part of the experience. So go over to Fable, go to the club section, type Let's Talk Literature in the little text box. We pop right up, and you can join the club and join us for our chapter by chapter discussions on Lost Lambs by Madeline Cash.
Yes.
I'm excited. It's a very crazy book, apparently, that's just like kind of just messy, which I'm excited for.
I can't wait. I feel like it's going to be a good book club discussion book.
100%. All I'm just going to say, like, I usually don't say to people, like, look into the book too much, but, like, go read a brief description of the book, and you're going to be like, what is this book? What even is this? So, yeah. Be sure to tune in for that, and we'll be discussing that probably third week of April at some point. That's usually our cadence. And then, yeah, if you want, you could follow us here on Spotify, subscribe to us on YouTube, and give us a 5-star rating if you are enjoying the podcast. And with that being said, let's get out of plug territory and into our wrap-up territory.
Yay. All right. Well, I do believe that you had quite a successful month. With numbers?
Some may say. Right now I have 7.
beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I only have 4, so I'm going to request that you go first and last.
Oh, sure.
To sandwich this properly.
I will sandwich.
Thank you. We can, as always, start with our book club. Have your thoughts changed at all?
Yes.
Okay.
They have. I think on the episode I gave it a 3.5. I now have it at a 3.25.
Oh, okay.
And it could probably go down to a 3. Keeping it at a 3.25 right now, I still feel the same way that I felt in last episode. I just, now that I've been further away from it, the more I'm like, fuck that book. That was just not well executed at all.
Uh-huh.
And it's sad because I loved the first 3/4 of it.
I know.
Like, loved it. So, definitely one of those books where I'm like, maybe just go rewrite it and just re-release it so that, you know, then I can just recommend it with flying colors, because I can't.
I know. Yesterday I was at Zach's house and his sister was like going through my Goodreads because I gave her my old Kindle. And so she was like, I'm going to go back into reading because she's a really big reader. She's kind of been like off her reading journey for a while. She's in school still, but she was like, I'm going to go through your Goodreads and like add everything that you liked to my want to read. And she was like going through it and she was like, did you like My Husband's Wife? Because I forgot to put my rating up. And I was like, no, I didn't, but like, you might want to read it. I like had such a hard time like vocalizing and verbalizing like how I felt. I was like, it was like really interesting and I couldn't put it down. And she's like, oh, I love that. And I'm like, but like, it kind of sucked.
Yeah.
And she's like, so which one is it? And I'm like both. I think I was like, I don't think it was worth the time I put into it, but I did have like a really good time for most of the book.
But the time you put into it was very short. Because it's such a quick read.
Yeah, it was.
So then there's that side of it too. I think the way that you have to describe this book to people if they want to read it is that it is a slightly elevated version of a Frida McFadden thriller.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's how I'm going to describe it to people. It's like if you want a little bit more nuance,
a little more background, a little bit more character building,
then you're in.
But not much more in terms of like story.
Yeah, or coming
structure,
to a good conclusion.
Yeah,
or just having it make sense. You know.
Yeah.
Like that, you just kind of have to be like, okay, I'm gonna leave that over here.
It's like major suspend beliefs. I don't think that was the right way to say those words together, but
so I've been using that a lot lately, that little saying. I also have just been rolling the dice. I think it's suspend disbelief. Because you want to put off you saying like that doesn't make sense. That's not real.
It is. You're right.
So you want to suspend your hesitations and disbelief.
It is.
To just be like, all right, I'm good with this. And
you guys haven't corrected us all these weeks?
Well, I think, I mean, can I just say that I think I have been saying disbelief?
And you guys haven't corrected me all these weeks?
The only reason why I'm standing my ground is because I say things wrong all the time and no one tells me.
No, you do. So stand on business and own that you were right.
I'm standing on business. I went weeks saying cerulean wrong and M never told me until I had to get cyberbullied online by people in my comments saying, you're a fucking idiot.
But you know what? This was early in our podcast relationship.
It was.
We were still working through the kinks of
the squeaks.
We're still working through the squeaks of being partners.
Right.
You know, and I didn't want to hurt your feelings. Now I am prepared to at any moment.
You have.
And I have.
You have.
And it's all love. That. You know, it's all love.
I appreciate that. No, because you doing it here and us having the like little tiff here saves a whole lot of hate online. So.
Okay.
I really do appreciate it, but I'm going to stand on business and say that I actually said this right for once. Okay,
so my bad.
No, like you're bad.
I will be posting a public apology for that. It's not okay.
No, like you don't understand what I've been through.
No, I know. I can't believe I've done this. If you need to break ties, step away.
You know what? Let's move on.
Okay, let's chug forward.
Let's chug forward.
No, I'm sorry. Okay.
You know, I accept. Okay. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. Thank you. Okay.
The fuck are we
guys,
doing?
I don't understand what I'm doing today. I feel like I'm coming across really mean, and I'm like not meaning to be. I'm just trying to be a little funny guy.
I feel like I come across really mean on here. Sometimes I listen back to our episodes and I'm like, why do I sound like that? Like, I promise I'm a very nice person in most cases.
I actually listen back. No, I agree. You are. Sorry,
thank you. So are you.
I should have started.
And you're not being mean today.
Well, you know what I do though? You know what I do? I talk too much.
I disagree.
So I do. If you listen back, I actually say to myself, shut up.
That just might be a personal critique of yourself. I don't think that's true.
Like, if there's ever a time where I cut you off, literally reach through the screen and just backhand me.
No, I don't think you ever cut me off. I think you're very passionate and you're very, you know what? Let's maybe do this off camera.
Yeah, you know what? Let's air this out off camera. So we got through one book. Should I go next?
It's been 30 minutes.
All right.
You're next.
These last few weeks on the podcast have been cathartic, to say the least. Has been very cathartic. All right, guys, I'm gonna get into my first book here. We have, I have them today too. We have The Long Walk by Stephen King. I know.
Oh, it's
I don't
so
know why.
cute.
I know, it's so tiny.
It
looks like
baby
I'm like
copy.
Looks like I'm giant.
Yeah.
It looks like I'm Shaq and Shaquille O'Neal. This is a Stephen King book, one of his early releases. I mean, look how young he looks on the back of this.
Oh my.
He
released it under
a pseudonym.
Richard Bachman or something.
Oh my god. Yes, he did. Look at you. Amazing. This was a book that we picked for the podcast book club 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Year and a half ago. And it was during a time where Em and I just like picked random books to read and then we just read them. There was no like Fable group with it or anything.
Yeah.
And we were in the middle of it. We were like, can we really have a talk or a discussion on this? We were like, no. We both put it down. And we said that we were going to revisit it probably later that year and then never touched it again. So I picked it up recently. And I'm here to say that the gripes I had with it from the beginning, from the first time reading, were still present. It was vulgar.
Yeah.
It was disgusting. It was crude.
All I remember from it is that scene where the girl's like leaning on the car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I will say I was able to stomach the crudeness a little more this time. To try to like get past it. And I think that the story itself is good. I think what it's saying and what it's speaking on is good.
Okay.
People like rave about this book and it was good. I think that the ending was really good. Like really, really good.
Okay.
I just think that the hype that surrounded it going into it, it like met my expectations. It didn't exceed my expectations. The overall reading experience was just okay. Like, I don't know. It wasn't like a crazy, like, oh, you need to read this book.
Do you think like, it's so well loved just because of the author attached to it? Like, do you think if it wasn't Stephen King, if it was just some random author, it probably wouldn't have the hype that it has?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because like what it talks on is kind of like the military in a sense.
Yeah.
And just like almost like the draft. And
yeah.
it does a good job using this premise as a metaphor for a lot of things. And it was gruesome and it did get crazy. And by the end, it's just like, oh my God, this is actually insane.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Just overall, it just kind of felt like, yeah, okay, that was it.
All right.
Like that was it.
Did you watch the movie?
No, but I do want to, because
Me
I
too.
hear it's amazing.
That's what I heard.
Like I hear it's very well done. Would I recommend the book? Maybe. It wouldn't be at the forefront of my recommendations. I think there's probably other Stephen King books that you can read that might be more up your speed and up your alley.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just felt very conflicted.
All right.
You know, felt very conflicted. I'm glad I revisited it, but I did say to M, like, you probably don't have to read it.
If I feel the urge to, sure, but like.
Yeah. I just don't know. I honestly don't know if you'll enjoy it.
Okay.
I don't know. That's just the vibe I'm getting.
All right. That's understandable.
I gave it a 3.5.
All right. That's not bad.
Not bad.
That's not a bad rating at all.
No, not bad.
All right.
Go, girl.
All right. I have my reading journal with me again this month.
Oh, beautiful.
This month has not been very good for me. Life's been, to say, beating a dead horse. I'm the dead horse, and life is the one doing the beating.
Beating you.
To say that this month has been like that is an understatement, but I still read some things. So bear with me.
If we ever bring up on the podcast that we went to Chili's, just know that we're probably not in a good mental state.
Just know things are not going good. If it's a month that we went to Chili's, there's a lot going on.
There's been a debrief of sorts.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I'm going to start with my most recent read, which is what I finished last night. And this is The Last Session from Julia Bartz.
Ooh, you finished it.
I did finish it. I thought that this was an arc sent to me. I was wrong. This came out a year ago. So if you want to read this, it is out. Julia Bartz is also the author of The Writing Retreat, which I read a few years ago, which I did like. I love a weird book. You guys know that by now. I felt like the weirdness that she wrote wasn't particularly my style, and it felt a little bit, I don't know, a little bit dull of a weirdness, and it didn't feel like it really justified what happened. I could get into that another time. This one, I went into it really not knowing much at all. I didn't even read the back of it. I just kind of went right into it because it sounded interesting. I liked the cover, so I started it. I will say the first 1/3, 1/4, awesome. I loved it. We're following our main character, who is a social worker, and she has a patient come into the hospital that she works at, and she feels this really odd connection to her, almost like they know each other. They knew each other in a past life. For whatever reason, she feels extremely connected to this woman, and she looks a little bit like her. Very weird.
Okay.
So we're trying to connect these dots on why she feels this way. She kind of goes into this deep dive trying to figure out what this woman is doing here, where she was before, and why she feels this way. And it leads her to this relationship coaching retreat in the middle of the New Mexican desert.
Oh.
So this woman is so entranced by this connection that she has with her patient that it leads her to attend this retreat in the middle of the desert. I love an unhinged woman. I love a cult. I love a off the beaten path retreat. I love that stuff. So this was ticking all of the boxes for me. Once they got to the retreat, however, things really took a turn for the worse for me. When we were at Chili's, I told Will and Hannah I was loving this book. I was about 1/3 of the way through. Unfortunately, from that point on, things really got out there and not in a good way. There's a lot of talk on reincarnation and tackling people's relationship issues. But what they slowly begin to realize while they're there is that there's like a deeper connection between all of these people who are at the retreat. And the connection is something that you will have a very hard time, one, following, and two, believing. By the end of the book, I was angry. I was very confused, and not in a good way. It wasn't in the sense of My Husband's Wife where it was like, that's unbelievable. It was more so just like, sorry, but like plain dumb.
Okay.
Like it felt really bizarre and out there and not in a good way. It was just a mess, if I'm being honest with you. None of the characters felt believable. it was just a major disappointment given how great the first third of it was. I'm also learning that that might just be my experience with Julia Bartz's writing, because I know some people really did like this. However, the rating on Goodreads is not very good. I think it's at like a high 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I didn't realize. I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
Oh, okay.
A 2.5, because the beginning
Okay.
was really good and it really like sucked me in, but it lost me quickly. I don't recommend this. However, selfishly, I do want someone to read it so that we can talk about it, but I don't recommend it. So that's
Does it have
all
a
I'll
lot
say.
of ratings and reviews? Or no?
Yeah, it has a decent amount. And most of them are like, well, the first one that pops up under her reviews, like the very first one is like, if I die tomorrow and this is the last book I read, I am going to be so pissed. I was like, valid.
Damn. Well,
Yeah.
you can't have everything.
No, you can't win them all.
You can't. You can't.
You can't. So yeah, that's my most recent read.
But you would recommend The Writing Retreat? The first one you read by her?
I don't know. I'm not
maybe
sure.
Maybe you're just not a fan of her.
Yeah, I'm
like
not
maybe
sure.
this was like the nail in the coffin of like, okay, I don't need to read anymore.
Like, I love
stuff.
to love an unhinged woman.
Yeah.
At the center of a story, but this one was just like,
no. Just no. All right. Well, good to know. I will not be heading in that direction
No.
of reading her work, unfortunately.
No.
All right. Let's shift gears. We got a thriller, an investigative thriller on the docket. We have Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby. This, great read. I'm pretty sure S.A. Cosby commented on my review, but I couldn't be so
Not
sure
too
if
sure.
it was him. Not too sure. So, hey, S.A. Cosby, if you're listening and that was you, let us know. Let us know.
If you're listening, hi.
Hi. Loved your book. Love your work. Love your work. So, this is the second book that I've read by S.A. Cosby. The first book I read was All the Sinners Bleed by him. Loved that book. The gripes I had with that book was that I felt as though the last quarter of the book was very rushed, fast tracked to the end, doesn't really come to a good conclusion. Like, it was fine, but like it kind of got out of its way, you know?
Yeah.
I felt the same with this. I think the build-up was so great. I thought that the character development was great. I thought that the dialogue was amazing. Everything about this book was awesome. I saw another creator say this, and I thought that it was so accurate on a description of how this book felt. I felt like this was a video game.
Oh.
I felt like we were reading cutscenes of video games.
Oh, I love
Like,
that.
you follow these two men, Buddy Lee and Ike, who their sons were married to each other, gay couple.
Okay.
And they were brutally murdered. And Ike and Buddy Lee are ex-cons, so they have a little bit of history with crime. They come together to basically seek retribution and revenge
I love this.
for the murder of their sons. And they basically go on like a hunt. The whole book takes place over a few days, and they try to track down who killed their sons, find out why, and get retribution for it. It was such a unique reading experience because I was not expecting this to talk on the LGBTQ plus experience as much as it did. It talks on the coming out experience and how there's certain people who do not have a good time coming out. It's a very bad experience for them. It talks about relationships between a parent and a child who is gay, and if that doesn't go well, what that looks like. It talks on, I don't know if this is a spoiler, so I don't want to say it. I'm not going to say it then. There's just a lot of different areas within the LGBTQ plus experience that it talks on, and I think it does it very well. It does it with care, and it also showcases that, like, even if you have an opinion about something, your eyes can be opened to something else to change your mind, to change how you see things, to change your perspective. It was great. I thought that the buildup was awesome. I was locked in. It was riveting. It was gruesome. It was gory, raw. Like, check trigger warnings because this probably has all of them in it. But it was awesome. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. My only gripe is that the ending was so quick, and I think it wrapped up too well that I almost was a little confused by the end of like what was happening, and then it was over. And I was like, oh, okay.
That's not too bad of a gripe, though.
No. I gave it a 4.25. It could definitely be a 4.5 as well. I just think that the pacing shift at the end was just a bit jarring, and it was just a pretty abrupt ending. And I think that the build up to the ending it kind of missed its mark, which I felt with All the Sinners Bleed as well. So this has solidified S.A. Cosby as an auto by author. My next read of his, I think, is going to be King of Ashes. So I have to pick that up eventually. But I will be reading his entire work if I can, because I really, really enjoy his writing style and what he writes. So,
amazing.
Highly recommend it. Highly, highly, highly recommend it.
Amazing. I definitely want to pick up something by S.A. Cosby this year. That sounds terrific. So that just might be it.
Razorblade Tears.
Okay.
I think. I do think you would enjoy All the Sinners Bleed as well.
So I can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong with either one.
Okay. Good to know. All right. My next book I have for you all is Lucky Girl by Ali Teagledokis. This was sent to me as an ARC, I want to say in late summer. It came out this past November. And this is marketed as like a Dance Moms deep dive into what it's like being a childhood star and the rise and fall of fame and all of the things that come along with that. I loved this book. I loved it. So we're following Lucy. She is a dancer. At her core, all she wants to do is dance. We start the book where she's probably around like 10, maybe 9 or 10. And we follow her throughout the years as she climbs her way through the ranks. She eventually ends up on a reality TV dancing show. And that is where she meets this insanely famous pop star named Bruce. I connected this relationship a little bit. Did I really think I was going to mention Sia twice in one episode? No, I really didn't. But here we are. I connected this relationship a little bit to like Maddie Ziegler and Sia. How like Maddie was brought into Sia's world at a really young age, and she was like in her music videos and everything. That's what this felt like. And the author, Ali Teagledokis, says in like her author's note at the beginning that this started as like a research paper for Dance Moms while she was in school, and she was gonna write like a creative writing piece about Dance Moms, inspired by Dance Moms, and it turned into this novel. So it is inspired by that. So I think that she takes a lot of inspiration from it, which is really interesting. But we follow the way that our main character is groomed by all of these adults in her life that see her as older than 14ish, is probably 14 to 17 is probably the majority of the book, how old she is. And we watch her get groomed by not only like these celebrities, but just by like Hollywood as a whole, and how they treat this young woman in the world. It also is following her relationship with her family back home, and how she like makes and breaks these relationships and resets these different like morals within herself in order to justify the decisions that she makes for her career. It follows a lot of addiction and problems with the family. Her brother suffers from like a drug addiction, and it really affects her. It affects the entire family, and you see the way that that affects her and kind of how she separates herself from them. It's a really fun and girly and youthful book, but it's also so much more, which I really admire. It's able to present itself as like easy to read and lighthearted and like quick to be relatable, but it touches on such specific and like deep emotions that I think almost anybody could relate to, but it's so descriptive and unique. And I think that this is like really truly something so special because she's able to, I don't know, make it feel so human. And it's a character that is very unique. You know, it's not somebody that most people would relate to. I can't relate to a childhood star, but in this book I can. And I think that that is a great feat for an author to do. So yeah, enough talking. I've been rambling, but I loved this book. I thought it was so good. There's some like writing style switches. Most of it is written like chronological, regular style chapters, but some of them are written as like television script. Some of them are written as like phone calls and text here and there, and it breaks it up nicely. I thought this was fantastic. It is a lit fic. I know it kind of sounds like a couple things, but yeah, this is a lit fic. Fantastic. I gave it a 4.5.
Is there a lot of trigger warnings in the book?
Yeah.
Okay, because it sounds like, is it more presenting as this fun book, or is it more like that is a mask over really deep and troubling themes?
It's definitely like a mask over it. If you read the back, like you can see that it has a dark underbelly to it. But like the way it comes off is very like light and
gotcha.
You know what I mean? And it kind of it's like exactly what the story is about. How it like on the surface is bright and sparkly and fun, and then underneath it's very dark, and that's like exactly kind of what the cover is too. Like it's very bright and pink, and there's sparkles on it, and then you see her like on the floor here, like really good. I thought it was fantastic. I don't know why it's not at a 5-star. It's just not.
Sometimes it's just a feeling.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, I loved it. I highly recommend it.
Love. That was great.
Thank you so much. Sorry, I felt
you
like
also
I rambled.
you also posted an awesome review of that too.
Thank
so go
you.
check out M's Instagram because
Thank
it's
you.
really nice.
Thanks so much.
My next one is going to be a short review because I don't have much to say about it, honestly. I listened to this one. This was Orbital by Samantha Harvey.
I didn't even know you read that.
I believe it's a Booker finalist or a Booker Prize winner.
Okay.
I forget. It's won one of those like foo-foo awards. You know? This was about, if I can remember correctly, 6 or so people in the space station up in orbit in space. And it's just about their experience as astronauts in space while like reflecting on Earth below.
Yeah.
It just kind of like goes into different pockets of experiences and just kind of like going through not the day to day, but just kind of like the thoughts and reactions of these characters and their past and kind of what got them to be in the spot that they are. And it was very reflective of like the human experience. It's tough for me to really articulate much about it because I'm going to read you my review because it's just, it kind of sums it up perfectly. A whole lot of nothing, but it was beautiful. Life is so fragile, and yet we take for granted the one thing that sustains it, the earth. I'm feeling empathetic and existential. Not much else to say here, so I'm going to carry on.
Oh, I like that.
It just talks on like how the earth gives us life and how it sustains our life, and we take it for granted, and that one day we are destroying it so much that it's going to get to a point where there's no way to come back from the damage that we've done, and we are no longer going to be able to sustain life on it. And it just talks about the climate crisis and like just very like major broad topics that just get focused in on these 6 people that are in orbit. So I want to give one quote to kind of give you a gist of the writing style, and then we can move on.
Okay.
It was beautiful. It was just like, I don't know. I wasn't expecting to get like so deep into this kind of stuff that like I really probably should have paid more attention, but I didn't. Yeah, sorry.
But I did. We love the honesty.
So the quote is, "But there are no new thoughts. They're just old thoughts born into new moments. and in these moments is the thought, without that earth, we are all finished. We couldn't survive a second without its grace. We are sailors on a ship on a deep, dark, unswimmable sea. It's very like profound, flowery, purple prose talking on the human experience and our place in the universe, our place in the world, and how Earth is at the forefront and at the center of it all. So it was very
Is this
very
a
nice.
fiction?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
I gave it a 3.
Okay.
Because it just like I respect what it gave and I respect what it was. It just I didn't connect with it too much.
It just might have not been the time for you.
Exactly. I wasn't expecting it to be that deep. And I was like, oh my God.
I'm not ready. Yeah, I got you.
I tried to do my best with like reading more like acclaimed novels, right? So I saw that was a Booker Prize finalist or winner or whatever it was, or it could be Pulitzer, one of them. So I was like, oh, I'll check it out. And I was like, I should probably like be ready to handle something like this if I'm going to go into one of these kind of books, which I will get into later. A book that also won the Booker Prize for 2025, I believe. And I'll get into that in a little bit, but yeah, it was okay.
Do you remember in high school when I said that the album Damn won the Poltergeist Award?
Won the Poltergeist Award, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had tears. I felt like when I said that, I couldn't, like, it was one of those times where I couldn't stop laughing for probably an hour straight.
Oh, right, yeah. No, stomach hurts.
And everyone was looking at us like,
what the fuck? This is the Booker Prize winner for 2025. It is Flesh by David Zalay. It's spelled Szalay, and I always want to say Sizzle. Sizzly. So I was sent this book by the publishing house, Scribner. Thank you so much to Scribner for sending me this. This I had high expectations for because, one, I really like the cover. Not that that's any indication, but...
No, but it is a nice cover.
Love the cover. 2, heard great things about it. 3, it won the Booker Prize for 2025. And I was like, what is this all about? And I was seeing some good praise for it as well. Oh my God, the girl who I just talked about, Samantha Harvey, gave praise to this book.
Huh.
Seems
That's
like they're
funny.
keeping it in the family. Well, I must say that I was severely disappointed in this book. It was, I am not joking when I say this, probably the most miserable book I've ever read in my life. Like, you know me, I love a sad tone, melancholy.
Your
it's
favorite
like what
book
I go
is
for.
A Little Life.
Exactly. Like, I love a really sad tone.
Yeah.
What this was, it wasn't sad, it was miserable. I felt like I was in misery reading it. The book starts out with a adolescent boy in his teens or preteens, or maybe, I don't know, 14, 15, who gets groomed by his neighbor's wife. And that kicks off kind of like this stretch of experiences that he has in life that kind of like stem from that sexual experience. And it dives into themes of sexuality and themes of sexual identity, as well as like your identity as a man in a world where you're expected, because this is, I don't know, I forget when it takes place. But it's set in the country of Hungary.
Oh.
And I think the stereotype of a man is like you have to be like this provider, macho, whatever. Yeah. And it just follows this guy named Istvan who just doesn't have a good life. Like, it's just sad. Like, bad things just keep happening to him, and it just didn't feel like there was any further message beyond that. And the whole thing felt flat and detached. Like, I couldn't like really connect with anything, and I think that could be the point, because he was detached from these experiences because he wasn't all there when these things were happening to him. So if that was the point and that's the mark it wanted to hit, then it hit its mark. I just didn't have a good time. Like,
okay,
it
that's
just was
valid.
not, it just was not a good time. I had high expectations going in. I was underwhelmed, obviously. Like, I don't know what I was looking for. I had no idea what the book was about. Like, I had no idea what the book was about. And then, like, it just ends on a really sad note. And, like, I just left the book being like, I'm uncomfortable and I'm sad. And, like, I don't have any deeper message to just take from this. It just wasn't my cup of tea. And I think that's okay. It was dull. It was incredibly dull. It just wasn't my cup of tea. And I think that's valid because not everything's going to be your cup of tea. I'm sure that people will connect with it. I just didn't. And I'm sorry to say.
And that's all right. I think that's very validified.
Validified.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing.
Of course,
my last book for the month of March is Tradwife by Saratoga Schaefer. This book was awesome. It was very unique for a very specific reader. I would like to read you this little blurb from the description, like before the description. A traditional wife influencer allows a demonic creature to impregnate her in this unnerving horror novel, perfect for fans of Night Bitch and Mary, from the author of Serial Killer Support Group.
Oh.
Yes. Did you know that was what it was about?
No. It's kind of given like Rosemary's Baby a little bit.
It says that at the end of the description too. It says Rosemary's Baby for the digital age.
And even like, I feel like Midsummer a little bit too.
A little, yes, a little bit. So we're following our main character, Camille, who is very much giving Tradwife. She is kind of suffering in her marriage. She doesn't feel like her husband really respects her, cares about her much. Their intimacy has been very bad for the past few months. She can't get pregnant. She feels kind of worthless because she kind of is in a society online that bases her worth based on how good of a wife and a mother she is. And she feels like she's not doing good as a wife and she can't be a mother. She's not getting pregnant no matter how hard she tries. So she's feeling very down. We then follow her as she finds a well in her woods behind her house. She finds a well here and she makes a wish at the well that she will have a baby. That is where things really start to get crazy. Funky. As you see, she gets impregnated by a demon. We meet this demon. It's not like it's like behind closed doors. We experience this with her. And we follow her through her pregnancy and through the process of posting on social media, trying to keep her marriage together and trying to appear as this perfect put together woman to her neighbors and to everyone online. Meanwhile, this pregnancy is anything but normal. It's rapidly happening. She looks like she's 6 months pregnant after like 1 week.
Oh, right.
It's very rapidly happening and very weird things and cravings are happening to her. And we're watching her kind of transform before our eyes. All the meanwhile, she's just trying to appear a certain way. And as we get further and further into the book, it gets grosser, it gets weirder. She kind of detaches herself from the original idea. And it is just truly like female rage turned into a book. And I love that. I love that story. You know me. If somebody is combining religious horror, female rage, societal standards for women, demon babies.
Yes.
I'm sold. I'm absolutely sold. So I didn't even know what it was about. I just saw this cover and I was like, yes, Tradwife, sold. I'm sold. You know me. I love religious stories. So weird of me, but I do. So it didn't disappoint. I gave this a 4-star. I didn't think it was like an outstanding story. I didn't think it was really telling anything like super new. Yeah. Also, I've read this kind of story before and this kind of messaging, so it didn't feel like life-changing for me.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was gross. I had a great reading experience. Go into this expecting like kind of a lot of gore. Don't read this if you can't handle gore. because it gets really gross and disgusting. But I loved it. I thought it was weird in the best way, as opposed to the first book I talked about today, the last session. That was weird in just like a convoluted way. This was weird in like
gross.
The female experience personified as a demon.
Okay. That's giving me Play Nice by Rachel Harrison.
Oh yeah, just like it.
How dare I bring that up?
How dare you?
How dare I?
How dare you compare that? But yeah, I recommend it if that is your cup of tea. Obviously, it's for a specific reader, but for me, I loved it.
I love how you sent me a picture of that over text and it was like, these publishers know exactly what to send me
They
these
know
days.
exactly who they are reaching out to.
Well, I'm glad that it hit for you.
Yes,
that's amazing.
Thank you.
All right, I have 2 books left, and I'll be fairly quick. Okay. We have a lit fic, which is Loved One by Aisha Muharrar. Love the cover.
Me too.
Love the cover. That's what drew me into this book. I don't know, something about it. I really think I enjoy blue and yellow together.
I love it.
Like, I just bought a book called The Book of Luke that is blue, yellow, and white. It is the most satisfying looking cover ever. I love the These Summer Storms cover. Blue and white. Yellow, and white. It's so crisp, like so beautiful. Anyway, this book. This is a book that follows a woman named Julia, who just experienced a loss. Her ex-boyfriend just suddenly passed away at the age of 28. 28? Jesus Christ, Will. 29. At the age of 29. He was a fairly well-known musician that did small venue touring. So he had a name to himself. People knew him for his music. And the story follows Julia coming to terms with this loss and the grief that comes with it, as well as kind of revisiting old experiences, past experiences, and coming to terms with the fact that she may have lost the love of her life. Now that she kind of has this new perspective without him. So it kind of goes through the years of their relationship, them not being together, the rekindling of their relationship, them not being together, that kind of cycle happening. And the plot of the story is that Julia gets tasked by, the musician's name is Gabe's mother, to find these missing items that he's left around the world because he's been traveling for music and he never really sat himself in one place for too long. So he would just jump around to different places to, put on gigs and stuff. So he kind of left his mark in different areas. And so he was missing a guitar, missing a hat, missing a couple things that his mother wanted to have as memory of her son. So Julia goes to find these items and she meets another ex of Gabe. And it's the two of them who kind of have to navigate their relationship together, how they were connected to Gabe, and what they can do to help expedite this process of finding these items. All of that to say that this is centered around one's grief. This is centered around how grief and the grief of someone who you used to love and someone who you used to have relations with kind of affects your current relationships and how you navigate the world. So it talks on that. It's really good. It's a really good book. It's very well done. I was expecting it to hit more of an emotional punch for me, but it didn't. This book is strictly for lit fic fans.
Yeah.
If you are not a lit fic fan, you are not going to like this book.
Yeah.
It is so lit fic heavy. I really adored how Aisha Muharrar spoke on grief. And there was just certain explorations that she did that really articulated it very well. But by the end, I could say that I was a little underwhelmed because it was really a moment in time kind of book. A few days of these people's lives to figure out where everything is, or I don't know, a few days, but a certain set of time to figure this problem out. It just had kind of a melancholic tone over the whole book, which I did like. I don't know. I just felt a little underwhelmed by the end. I just was expecting a little more. It's not a bad book by any means at all. This is a debut, and I think it's a really good debut. Yeah. I think that Muhara's ability to blend humor with like really sad moments was very impressive. I just think that if you're not a lit fic or contemporary fic reader, it might be a little too niche for you.
Yeah.
So if you have read lit fic in the past, then I think that you'll enjoy it. I ended up giving it a 3.25. I don't know. The ending did gut punch me. So there was that a little bit of emotional tie to it, but
was it dull?
Just underwhelmed. A little dull. And I think the writing style made it a little dull. But then there were moments of like good humor and a blend of that dark humor. But overall, I just kind of felt like, I don't know what I was expecting from it. Again, I kind of went in blind and like maybe was expecting a little more. It honestly gave me Deep Cuts vibes, which we were not a big fan of Deep Cuts. We were not a big fan of Deep Cuts, but I think this was a better take on it. Not that they're the same, but I just got a similar feeling from the two.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd recommend you pick it up. Let me know what you think.
Okay.
It's just if someone came to me and said, "Can I have a book rec for lit fic?"
It wouldn't be that.
That would not be the top option for sure.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Well, thank you.
Exactly. No problem.
I wanted to mention real quick before you go into that. I also forgot I am sort of in the middle of an audiobook that I've been listening to kind of throughout the entire month. I don't know if I'm going to go back and finish it. It's a nonfiction about a cult. I found it based on like research for my book. It's called Broken Faith, and I will insert a picture. I forget who the author is. I didn't write it down, and I totally forgot about it because I kind of stepped away from it for a little bit. But I did listen to about like 25-30% of it, and it's kind of told as like a fiction story, but it's not. It's nonfiction, and it's about this cult where this woman in the South kind of collects all of these people, for lack of a better word, into her church and kind of forces them to stay. And the authors are investigative journalists who uncovered what was happening here. It was really interesting. I just don't know that I was like in the mood for a nonfiction, and like I don't know. I don't know if it was the right time, but I was really interested, and I might go back to it. So you might hear about it next month.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you read a lot of cultish books.
I do.
So I think you have a good understanding of what you are looking for.
Yes.
So I think you're able to parse through if
something about it was like
not feeling it.
Yeah, we'll see though.
I hear you. I'm glad that you included that. How dare you almost forget?
I know.
Jeez.
Crazy.
All right, I have my last book, and that is The Ending Writes Itself by Evelyn Clark. This is an arc, guys. This is an arc. Comes out next month. I'm not sure the date, but it comes out in April. This is a locked room mystery by a duo that includes V.E. Schwab and Kat Clark. I believe that they are friends, potentially, but V.E. Schwab is a best-selling author for books like The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, Vicious, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, and Kat Clark is a longtime friend and screenwriter, and they wanted to write a book together, and that's what this became. This centers itself around 6 authors who get invited to an island which is owned by a very famous author. My God, what is his name again? Not that it matters. Arthur Fletch. I think it's Arthur Fletch. Just cut that part out. 6 authors go to this island, and they are tasked with finishing the manuscript of a very famous dead author. And their task is to basically, they sign NDAs, and they're like, you have to finish this book and basically ghostwrite for this famous author. And it is a deep dive into the publishing industry, what it takes to be a writer in the modern day, while also being a locked room mystery, because they are on this island alone. And some things just start coming about. And it was very fun. It reminded me of And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. This like felt like an Agatha Christie book, which I really loved. While also using that as like a conduit for deeper themes regarding the publishing industry, writing, just how the industry has kind of changed over time. And it talks on the negative side of the industry. And I'm not going to get into it because it is a spoiler, but I will say this book won't be for everyone. I think this book is very slow, not in a bad way, but it is slow. It's a slower build mystery. So if you're looking for a book that has these fast-paced twists and turns and having to like find the unpredictableness of it and whatever, it's not it. This is a slow burn. This is, I almost want to say that like it uses the mystery aspect to talk about larger things. So if you are looking for something that's twisty, you got the wrong intentions with this book. I just thought that it was very well done. I had a great time with it. I had a lot of fun. The takeaways I got weren't that deep, and the ending was satisfying to a point. You'll really enjoy it if you are a fan of Agatha Christie. Like that's kind of what the feeling that I had. It's just not going to be for everyone. And I could see this being a book that people get divided on. One hand being like, this was awesome. This was a great take on this genre, la, 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 la. And other people saying, I was bored. Like there was nothing going on.
I would say that feels very typical for V.E. Schwab's public
You could
perception.
You could totally tell V.E. Schwab wrote this book.
Yeah.
Totally tell. Which I personally liked, but I know there's some people that aren't vibing with her writing style.
Yeah.
So it's really just what your taste is. But I personally loved it, and I think you would love it, especially since you like V.E. Schwab's work.
Yeah.
So yeah, nothing crazy, nothing I'm like writing home about. I gave it a 3.75. Like it was a great time. I had a lot of fun. It's just nothing deeper than that. I think it was just a good time. So yeah, those are the books I read for March, and I'm currently reading Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver. And I'm listening to Careless People by Sarah Wynne.
Oh, nice.
Something.
How is that?
So good so far. Right. I did not know what to expect going in, and it's just following this woman who basically started working for Facebook in a role that she created for herself. And it just talks on her experience, like growing up in the business and basically showcasing the corrupt nature of it. And like,
interesting.
It's like turning the tide of like, she's like this ambitious person that like wants to succeed and wants to do good for the world using this platform. And then it kind of shows the sinister side of like people having no morals and people having like basically no boundaries of like wrongdoing just so that they can. It's a really good dive into just how corrupt the platform is and what it does for the world. And very interesting. Very interesting.
I'm excited to hear your thoughts on that. I started last night the audiobook for Vigil by, I think, George Saunders.
Yes, it sounds correct.
I think so. Really good so far. I only listened to like a portion of the first chapter while I was falling asleep. It's so unique. The writing style is so unique. The audiobook is a full cast. So that's really what like sold me.
Love that.
Yeah, updates to come on that maybe by the end of the month.
I'm doing an immersive read with Demon Copperhead.
And you're going to love it. I cannot
wait. I'm like 5 chapters in and I'm like, I can picture it.
It's dense for sure, but it's
definitely
once
dense.
You're in it, like once you're in that world, you are in it.
Locked in.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm buddy reading it with my friend Riley, and hopefully we have good discussion on it, and I can bring that to...
I hope you guys both like it.
I could bring that to the podcast. Oh, no, wait. If I finish it this month, you're going to have to check it out on my personal page.
We'll see.
So be sure to check out our personal pages for the entire month's wrap up because we do have a week left. So yeah. Sorry for this crazy episode.
I know. We were like speaking in riddles, I feel like, for half of it. But we had some really good books to share with you guys. Some not so great books also.
Yeah, but that happens.
Yeah, this wasn't my best reading month, but I'm giving myself grace.
As you should.
I'm going through a transitional period in life, so that's okay. Surprise, I applied for an apartment, so I'm waiting to hear back. So yeah, lots going on in my life. I've been a little MIA on my social media, but I'm trying so hard to like get back into it this week, so like keep an eye out. I should be on there posting some updates. Will's been doing great with his updates, with his Instagram. He's killing it right now, and you're my inspiration. Thank you. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this week's episode. Like Will said earlier, it is the perfect time to join our book club because we are just about to get started on April's, which is Lost Lambs. So weird, so unique. It should be a fantastic book club choice. I think we're going to have incredible discussions on Fable and on the podcast. So if you're not a part of it already, go join it. It's completely free to sign up. You don't have to pay anything. If you recommend somebody, you get a $5 credit towards your next book purchase through the app, which is awesome. It is just great. It's a fun way to read more. It's a fun way to connect with people. And yeah, we have a great time. So that is it for me. Anything else from you?
All I gotta say is follow us here on YouTube, Spotify. Give us 5 stars if you're enjoying the book club. And if you've listened this far, in the comments, put a clover emoji.
Nice.
Because for the end of March, we're
feeling lucky.
Feeling lucky.
Were you going to say seeing green?
You know what? Let me be. Let me live.
I like that.
Okay, then yeah, I was.
We're seeing green, everybody.
We're seeing green.
All right,
we have to go sign off because we've been talking for so long.
Let's log off.
So thank you guys for being here. As always, we really appreciate every single one of you. And I hope that you guys have a great rest of your Friday or whenever you guys are listening. And Em, take us away.
We will see you next week for another episode of
Let's Talk Literature. Bye.